Thanks, Terry. Next on our program, we have a couple of role-play sessions. And the first of these is going to be also on broker development, the frick and frack of the southeastern United States. John Donaldson and Bob Livingston, would you come forward and begin your presentation, please?
George Ford, in our meeting today, we talked about a LIMRA training course, and he was talking about in broker meetings, any kind of sales meeting, you're not just dealing with features or facts. You're a lot of times dealing with feelings of a person and hidden agenda. Okay, that's what Bob and I are going to do, is that we're going to be presenting a new broker call, and Livingston is going to be the group rep. Poor group rep. Is there any other kind? And I'm going to be the broker, heaven forbid. And we're going to be doing a dialogue. This may not work, but we're going to be doing, my dialogues usually don't work, but while we're doing that, Brad Morton's going to be putting something up on the overhead, and that's going to be the thoughts of these people as they talk. Okay, so you don't have to remember this, but the group reps' thoughts we've put in green. That's usually the way they think, and the broker is going to be in black. And there may be some comedy involved here, I'm not sure, but the serious part of it is that, you know, that's the way it goes with a broker call, is that you're saying things, but your mind is racing ahead, and you're trying to find out the feelings of that person. So here we go.
Hey, hello, John. It's good to see you. I read about your son in the paper. You had quite a good night the other night.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're real proud of it.
Well, that's good.
Who are you with now?
Well, I was with Jefferson Pilot Life. I'm the group rep in this area.
Is that an HMO?
No, we're a traditional indemnity carrier. And we're going to be doing a lot of things in your area, but we'll get to some of the things we'd like to talk about in a few minutes. Specifically, I really appreciate you giving me some time today to talk to you about our products. Well, what I've heard from people in the area and people in Jacksonville is that you do a little group business in the area, and I guess we need to confirm that. Do you write any group business?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. I am actually very sophisticated in the group market, and I do a lot of group business. Worked with your predecessor, Gene Street, and we sold a lot of business, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's good. I can tell you're real sophisticated just by looking at you. The way we generally, or what I like to do when I call on a new broker is I try to determine what carriers you're using, because that sort of helps me in determining whether or not we may be able to do business in the long haul.
I'm glad you asked that, Bob. I normally sell with A.L. Williams Group Department or Nightlife of New Orleans, to name a few, because they're very similar to the company that you represent, and we have a good time, and those are my primary carriers. Basically, what I like to do is to narrow down my markets to just a few group carriers that I can develop a good relationship with, because, you know, I can get favors when I need them and that type of thing. So just a few carriers, not many.
I see. Well, that's the kind of relationship we're looking for, because if you're one of these guys that sends it out to one of these companies and gets 600 quotes,
no way.
There's not going to be much we could do, you know, to help you out, because we do look for quality brokers, and I'm not going to try to develop everybody in town. We're looking for, you know, you and maybe one other person that we can really count on to do business in the future. It's critical that we find some business quick. What besides, since you've established that you're not a rate merchant, what do you generally what do you generally look for when a group rep comes to call on you besides rates? I mean, what can I do to help you out? Do you have a problem area or a case that that's good maybe in a lot of ways, but carriers messing up? Or what can I do to help you?
It'd be quiet, I tell you.
Tell me.
Bob, I tell you, basically what I look for is a neat-looking group rep and a combination of strong service and support, a wide variety of products, flexible underwriting, you know, on new and renewal cases, and basically strong plan design.
Okay, well, strong plan design is one of our strong suits, I believe. We've always kept abreast of the market in plan design. We started in the early 80s with what we call Control Med, and we're coming forward and continually updating these products to match the market. So I don't think you're going to have any problem with us providing you with a product. From the medical side, now we have excellent management reports and state-of-the-art designs. Okay? So you can certainly look to us from here on out to provide you with the type of thing you're talking about. One thing I'll always like to explore on a new call is what market you're in, and I guess I start with my favorite market. Do you do any alternate funding, minimum premium, ASO business?
Yes, Bob, we try to keep our premiums to the minimum on all of my cases. I'm very familiar with alternate funding. I work a lot in that area, so I'm glad you're in that area.
Well, we are, and we're in a lot of different markets, but right now we're targeting 50 to about 250 lives. We feel that we can offer the wide array of services to that market, and there's, you know, you're going to run into us on the larger cases, and you're going to run into us on smaller cases. You see us, but what we really want is 50 to 250.
I'm glad you're in that area because that's, as a sophisticated broker, that is the market that I'm in. And what I really need to know is about your flexibility. How flexible can you be in underwriting industry risk?
Well, we do have a hit list, and but you know, we sort of look the other way sometimes when Brad Morton's involved, our Houston representative. But we try to stick pretty close to it for just a regular group rep like me.
I understand, Bob. That's why you've been a super leader for the past 5 years. I appreciate that, and as a matter of fact, I do have a 60-life group right here as we speak, and I just hope I have all the information that I need.
Well, this looks okay. Would you happen to have any claims experience?
No, unfortunately, they don't have any. This is a pool account. They don't supply that to us.
No claims experience? This is one thing you can get from us, generally. And what I would need to know, and you know, if we can write this, I'll be happy to provide it for you, but is there anything, any large or continuing claim going on, anything that I might need to know to talk to my underwriters about?
Bob, no, there's not to my knowledge. The owner had a slight health problem, but he's back at work. I think he'll be okay.
Okay. Well, this is great. I'll run it by Burkhart. We'll get you some rates, good rates next week. But I think, you know, I think I could probably get it through. So bear with us a little bit.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate your help on that fine account. Let me ask you about one more thing. PPOs. I was wondering if you were working in that area, perchance.
Well, we do a lot of PPO work, and you know, I guess what we need before we can come into your area and establish a PPO is we need some good business, and if you can help us achieve the good business, we'll certainly work with you and try to help you out, maybe go to hospital with you, whatever, to establish a PPO for your clients. But there's really a lot involved in establishing a PPO, and have you ever had any experience in PPO development, or do you know anything about a PPO?
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked that. I did pay claims for Celtic Life for a couple of years, and I dated a nurse. And I really think that I have extremely high amount of sophistication, of course, in that area.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's leave that for a few minutes. We'll do it, but we need to come back to that because we've got to have some business before we have a PPO. Okay? On another subject, we really like to try to do some payroll deduction type products in your area. Is there any chance that that's going on now? Do you know anything about it? Did we mess up? Okay. Is there can you help us in this area?
Yes. As a matter of fact, Bob, I'm very sophisticated in this market. Also, I read that mass marketing book, and that made me an expert. And I went out and did a lot of this, so I did a lot of this type of business. Very adept in that market.
Very exciting product there. I got my notes mixed up. Okay. It's your turn.
Yeah, this on another subject. I have a group that I don't know. You might be able to help me with the insurance on this group. It's a group of hairdressers called Bruce's Beauties. And would you be interested in the insurance on that group?
Well, I don't know. We're a little bit scared of them. I think General American will probably write it for you. And I'll help you out. Out too. I'll maybe put them out of business.
Well, if you're not that interested in the insurance, I know you're big into wellness. You're big into everything. You're, as a matter of fact, I've read in the Sky magazine. I've read Buffington stuff, and I know y'all are into wellness.
Yes, we are.
And having this group of hairdressers, I was wondering if you had anything that will help educate about AIDS.
Oh, well, sure. If you'll put it with General American, we'll try to provide you with 300 of these, and this will certainly help your prospect.
What does it say? Bob, this is very graphic, Bob. I like this.
Good. It's a lot of thought went into that brochure.
A lot of beer went into that. Well, I appreciate all the help that you've been, and thank you for coming by and spending time with me.
It's it's about lunchtime, and I hate to go, but I do appreciate the opportunity to help you out here with your group business. I look forward to working with you in the future. And please just don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone and give me a call. I would like to leave you my business card. Let me write my name on it here. And,
Well, thank you so much. You sure don't want to stick around for lunch?
No, I got to go.